Destiny 2, the Prospector weapon review. Anyway, the Prospector is an exotic grenade launcher for your power weapon slot, and I'd say it's a pretty good one definitely compared to the Fighting Lion. Fighting Lion sucks. Anyway, on the perks, first you got the intrinsic excavation. Hold the trigger or the click, whatever you use to shoot the gun, because PC is going to be coming out. Just hold that to fire the grenades and release to detonate all the live grenades simultaneously. So yeah, you can manually detonate this stuff, which is pretty cool. And then you got volatile launch or blast radius and whatnot. You got an augmented drum, so you have a lot of ammo in there. For a grenade launcher, you usually have a little bit. Well, in here you get 8 shots, which is quite a lot. Then you have the full auto trigger system, which basically makes this thing full auto. So basically, you hold down the trigger, it'll shoot all the grenades, and they'll bounce off walls and probably lay on the floor someday. And then when they're laying on the floor, you can just like let go of the trigger and they'll all just blow up. But the thing is, that's not, I repeat, not how you use this weapon. How you use this weapon is a boss damage dealer. Even though it's not the best out there, it's at least something. Because of, well, if you have bad luck and you get this thing, and you notice it's not good for what it wants to do, well, you can dismantle it immediately. I'm just here to tell you it's a boss shredding machine if you don't have anything else. Because if you have Merciless or the Ward of Coil, dismantle this thing. Because I'd say grenade launchers in Destiny 2, in my opinion, are not all that great at all. Like in PvP, I don't really like them. Probably because I'm used to like the rocket launcher that goes straight forwards, or even locks onto enemies, or even the fact that well, people are very hard to hit compared to bosses that just stand still waiting to take a few grenades to the face. Other than that, the Prospector also has a small factor that if you're shooting like tanks or whatnot, the grenades will ricochet off before exploding when you're like, direct impact. But I'd say the damage is still okay. Like I've been able to take down that little Cabal ship from that public event a few times with this thing, so yeah, it's okay for that. It's not the best, but I'd say when it comes to like the land ships from the Cabal or just random regular bosses, this thing is pretty good. And I'd say it really does one very good job for public events. The only problem with this weapon I have is that, one, it really is good for DPS. It's just that the perks and what makes it unique makes it wanting to be more like a trapper's weapon, which I'd say is a very bad idea because of the fact the blast radius is so hilariously low. Yeah, so direct impacting is like about the only thing you can do. And in PvP, well, same deal with every other grenade launcher other than the Fighting Lion, because that thing sucks. Anyway, the Prospector does a one-hit kill on direct impact in PvP, even though that in PvP the velocity is okay, so it'd be a little bit easier to get it compared to like the Fighting Lion. So yeah, it's a little bit better than other grenade launches in PvP, I think, but I think overall it's just average, probably even below average in PvP. But when it comes to dealing damage to a single target in PvE, it's one of the best. It's up there, but it's not as great as, well, Cold Heart and the others. And also another problem I have with this weapon is just how fast you can just run out of ammo. That's why you don't really see me using it all that much in this gameplay. Is because I just keep running out of ammo too fast, too quickly, and it's not enough to go around. But I'd say if there is enough for this thing to be usually loaded when I need it, well, then every other power weapon would be super overpowered. So yeah, it's kind of a conundrum on that one, but I'd say keep the heavy ammo where it is. Just forget about this gun because it's okay if you do have it and you have nothing else, go for it. But if you have anything else that's better, definitely get rid of this thing because I'd say the weapon parts will be a lot better than the weapon itself. Well, anyways, smack that like button, hit the sub, drop the comment, and I'll see you guys later for another video on the channel. I'm out of here.